Good morning, Mr. Johnson. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So I hear you come into my office about some issues you're having with your wife. Know you're that y'all going through a divorce, and I know you're having some issues with how your life is feeling right now. Can you elaborate on what you're feeling right now?
Yeah, recently I just acquired a new position at work and I started drinking a lot. And we started arguing one night and I put my hands on her
Okay,
and it went left from there.
it went left. Okay, so do you think her coming up with the divorce is because of your drinking? Do you think that might have something to do with the divorce? Do you think it's something else that you've done that caused y'all to that point in life to just come up with divorce?
I think it's all of it. It started with the drinking, but I think me put my hands on her set it off.
Okay, so in the beginning, I know you might not have been putting your hands on her. Do you purely think it's the drinking that make you do that? Do you think it's something else in life that's causing you to do that? Do you think the job is causing you to stress a little bit more than you have before?
Yeah, I think it's overwhelming. I'm stressed.
Stressed.
Yes.
Okay, so how long have you been at this job so far?
For 4 years, just got promoted recently.
Okay, so the higher position is making you stress more. What position did you come from?
Um, I was a regular associate. Now I'm promoted to manager.
Okay. So when you're not drinking, so let's say it's the a Saturday evening and y'all are just at the house and you haven't been out drinking, you had a good day, let's say you had a good day Friday, nothing caused you to the point to drink. What is y'all regular Saturday evening like? What can you tell me about your Saturday evening? What are some things y'all like to do together? When is the last time y'all had just a date between y'all two? Um, so just give me a Saturday evening between you and your wife.
I usually work Saturday mornings, and she's at home with the kids. I'll come home and she'll have dinner cooked, and we'll just sit down and watch a movie together, just chill.
Okay, how old are your kids and how many do you have?
We have two. They're 3 and 11.
Okay, so being the 3 year old really doesn't understand what's going on right now, have y'all seen any different behaviors in the 11-year old since the drinking started, since the newer promotion? Um, is she more of, um, is your daughter more of a mama's girl or a daddy's girl? Do she like to be around both of you guys? Do she really show any of those emotions to you guys?
Honestly, it's nothing that I've noticed. She's usually under her mother.
Under her. Okay, so do you think it's because you work a lot or you just don't spend as much time with her?
Probably that. I
Might
work
have
a
something to
lot.
do with you work a lot.
Hmm.
Okay, so in your head, what are some things you think you could do differently towards your wife, towards your family, doing more for your family?
Honestly, I gotta slow down on the drinking so I could actually be there mentally with them.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with you coming to talk to me, I believe as though it is the higher position, because I know sometimes that could cause stress on a lot of people. Being in higher positions make you feel like people hold you to this standard that you have to live up to, and you don't want to disappoint anybody because you do have people looking up to you. So what I would advise you is to just go home, talk to your wife, make sure she know that you do love her and you will work on your drinking. Me as your social worker, we will get a handle on your drinking. If that means putting you in a social program about your drinking, making sure you go every week, making sure you check in with me. I will make sure with your social program instructor that you are going. Um, we will make sure that your wife knows she is loved, that your kids know that you love them. Because when you are held to a certain standard, you get all these people in your ear, you get your boss above you, you get your under people that you're over, and it's just here, 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 here. So we're gonna work on your stress levels as well. We'll do some stress exercises with you as you come in with me because I do want you to keep coming because once is just not enough. Once is not gonna change anything. Um, what are some things that you know for sure that you can work on outside of coming to my office? Like, what are some things you could do on a regular to not make your stress level so high?
Um, I guess entertain my old hobbies.
And what would some of those be? What are some things that you used to enjoy that you really don't do anymore?
Read. I used to draw a little bit.
Okay.
Cook.
So you did like cooking.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
are your favorite dishes that you used to cook? Tell me some of your favorite dishes that you like to cook. Did you grill? Do
Um,
you like to grill for your family?
yeah, of course. Stay
Okay.
on the grill.
Okay.
Make a little mac and cheese.
Okay, okay. So they might, as a family, your family might miss that. So, um, just maybe one Saturday you take for your family. Maybe just take a whole weekend for your family, and it's okay to take breaks from your job because yeah, you're committed to that job, but you also have a family that you're committed to. You married your wife, y'all had kids. They look up to you. You're their dad. They have to have you there. Um, the 11-year-old might not be showing it right now and might not be saying anything, but maybe she feels a certain way. Maybe she do hear y'all late at night when y'all arguing. Maybe she's seen you hit her mother and just hasn't said anything. So you never know what your children are seeing. We never want you to argue in front of your kids. Argue, period. So we are gonna get a handle on things. And just take a weekend for yourself, take a weekend for your family to let them know you really love them, so we won't have to go through the divorce because that's a whole nother counseling session. Divorce is nothing to play with. So then you're going through this counseling session trying not to make the divorce happen, and then what if you're not pushing yourself hard enough, and then you have to come back for the divorce? That makes all of this counseling session just a mute point. So we're gonna get you back to where you first were before the higher position. Are there any questions for me? Do you have any suggestions? Are you gonna? I do want you to still check in with me, even though we are not counseling maybe that week. I will start off with 2 days a week. And then as we progress, maybe 1 day a week. And then maybe you can just check in with me, every so often. But I do want to see you again this week. Let me know what changes, have you made, what efforts have you put in. So we'll document all of that. Your next appointment with me will be March, let's say March 23rd. We'll go at 10:30. Is that okay for you?
That's fine.
Okay, and I will see you there. Any questions for me before
No, that
we
was
end
it.
this session? All
No,
right. I will see you later, Mr. Johnson. Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Matthew. How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
My name is Mrs. Verity, and I'll be your social worker today. So it says here that your life is in shambles and your wife is divorcing you. She said she's going to take you to the cleaners. Could you elaborate on what's going
So,
on?
so I recently got laid off my job. I lost my job due to COVID, and I just haven't been able to find a job. It's been so hard for me to find a job, and to her, it seems like I'm not really making an effort. So it's just like I'm sitting in the house doing nothing. And she feel like she is doing all the work. She's having to pay all the bills. She's having to make sure everything is in order, and I just can't do anything because I don't have a job. So I've been trying. I just feel like I have no support because she talks down on me, and I want to make it work. I want to find a job. I want to be head of household again. It's just so hard to find a job because of COVID. So I'm having to scramble through things. I'm having to reach out to people. They're not reaching back out. So it gets very stressful. So that's where I'm at right now. And I think she's just very fed up with me.
Mhm. Yes, I understand. What job were you working previously?
I was at a factory, one of those paper factories. They recently got closed down because too many people had COVID, so they had to close down. So I was one of those
So
ones that was let go. So
you lost your job due to COVID.
yes,
And what do you think is stopping you from getting another job?
I just feel like now jobs are not really hiring as much because they're trying to keep the same people working that have been working, and I don't really have enough resources to get my name out there. Um, I only have a high school diploma. I don't have no college degree, so it's really hard for me to find a good stable job. Um, I said I was gonna go back to school. I never stuck with it. So that's another thing. She's probably like, you don't ever stick with things. So I just feel like if I found a job, she would at least try with me again. But I just don't feel like I have enough resources.
Hmm.
That's where I'm at now.
Okay, I understand. Is it just you and your wife at home?
Yes, it's just me and my wife. We've been married for 10 years.
Okay. You say your life is in shambles. Besides you and your wife getting a divorce, what else is going
I
on?
feel like me losing my job put me in a depressed state. Um, when I first lost my job, which was a year ago when COVID, when they first put us on quarantine, um, I was doing keeping myself busy with a lot of yard work. But now it's just, it had got cold, so it wasn't really much yard work for me to do. So I just been sitting in the house. So I feel like that put me in a depressed state, and I just have no reason, to get up anymore besides go eat in the kitchen. Um, and she's having to buy all the groceries. Um, I don't really have much experience with cooking, so she does all the cooking. So I just feel like she does too much, and I want to be head of household again. And I feel like that would make things better, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So
So you do believe that you finding a job will solve you and your wife's issue? It will halt the divorce?
yes, I hope that would just make her see that I am trying. I just don't want to lose her because I don't have a job. Um, but it at least let her know that I do have something to offer, and I know that it's not okay for her to be doing all the work. So, if I have the resources and if I get the help, I think we would be okay. At least solve the bigger problem, and then all the other problems will fall into place. But I think that's just the big problem. I think that's our problem. So,
Okay, well, my advice and what I will help you with, what I will help you work towards is I will help you find a job. You know, there's many resources and people out there that I could connect you with, and hopefully that will reduce a lot of problems for you. But it's not going to happen, you know, tomorrow or the next day.
right.
It takes some time. So, you need to find things to cope right now, and we're gonna help you find a job.